Let's have a look at the Rajasthan Royals. They've got Kumar Sangakkara, who's come in there. So that's really interesting. But let's have a look at them. They have let go their captain from last season, Steve Smith. And that has also given them a decent purse, close to 40 crores almost. And they've got, a lot of available slots for domestic players, for players in the squad. There you go. Those are the people that they've released. There's a lot of interesting players they've released over there. And some who they didn't even use. I don't think they really used O'Shane Thomas. I don't remember that. But when you look at that, there is, again, gaps for them to fill. Let's just quickly go to their squad that they have already and just talk immediately about the gaps that they need to fill.
Yeah, I think they need an Indian fast bowler. They need a decent Indian fast bowler. They've let go of Varun Arun. They need an Indian fast bowler who makes a difference. Remember, the kind of bowling that a Jaydev Unadkat does not suit a lot of surfaces. And think you're going to be playing all these matches in Mumbai or this thing. So if you're playing, for example, the Wankhede is not the kind of pitch where Jaydev Unadkat's at his best. There play people like Umesh Yadav available there. You could look at really decent Indian fast bowlers. So if you're going to play in these 3-4 grounds, that's also going to be a huge factor in who you're going to pick, especially if you're looking into next year for some performance.
He's anyway become their number 3 bowler, hasn't it? I mean, look, you've got Jofra Archer, you've got Kartik Tyagi. They showed faith in Kartik Tyagi. India has shown faith in Kartik Tyagi by taking him to Australia. So they have that sorted perhaps a little more than we're thinking. Harsha?
Yeah, actually, if you look down that Rajasthan Royals squad, let's put up the squad again. What strikes me as interesting is they've got 1, 2, 3. They've got 3 players in the top order that are defined. One, Stokes and Butler have finished their 8-round battle of the heavyweights on who's going to open the batting.
Yeah.
So, then they've got to have who opens the batting with them. So you've got Butler, you've got Stokes, and you've got
Yashasvi.
Untested.
Yeah, true.
Maybe. So you've got Butler, Samson, Stokes, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 till Tewatia. Who bats till Tewatia? So look who's in that side. Riyan Parag. Riyan Parag has been around for a while. Are you going to bat him at 4 or 5? You've got Riyan Parag, Rahul Tewatia, Manan Vora. Manan Vora is always around there. He never plays. So if Yashasvi Jaiswal doesn't work, Mahipal Lomrod is there. They've got players like those. But they desperately need that one number 4, number 5 who can control the game and take it through to the end. And that's why I thought they might go for Maxwell as a replacement for Smith and say, look, you'll bowl a little bit, but your job is 4 or 5 and you take us through to the end. I think Shakib will be perfect also because they've got a lot of these leggies. They don't have much of a finger spinner. Yeah. So one of those 2 would fit in really well with the Royals. And as Joy said, they need fast bowlers because they've released all their fast bowlers.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking though, right? Sometimes when you think, but they're just probably just clearing the decks because if you look at their squad again, as we said, of course, there's Jofra Archer there, who is, your first choice. You're going to play him. You're going to play Butler, you're going to play Stokes. So then you have a choice of David Miller. There's a David Miller there, right? You have a choice of maybe Andrew Tye because Andrew Tye has this ability of just, picking up those wickets towards the end, right?
He's changed. He's changed as a bowler now. He's no longer a bowler who came in, ran a long way and bowled slower balls. He started bowling quick again because unless you bowl quick, the slow ball is not much good.
Yeah,
if you want to play Archer and Tye, and you want to play Butler and Stokes, now look at what that side looks like. If you want to play those 4 overseas players, and then there's no Indian players left in that side other than Samson. You might play a bit of Kartik Tyagi. You might play you'll play Tewatia, of course. But that's it. So they need a lot of strong Indian infusion in there, which will allow them to play only Archer or Archer and Tye as a replacement and get that foreign player to win their matches from 5.
How many Indian pace bowlers? I mean, there's Umesh. There's Umesh Yadav is there. Who are the Indian pace bowlers that are available in auction today?
Oh, there's you can look at it. There's quite a few. I mean, if you look at it that way, you've got Meriwal from Baroda, who did extremely well. Okay, you've got Varun Arun, who's been released. You've got Umesh Yadav. It's not that you don't have bowlers. You have variety, but there are a lot of guys who've actually been going around and doing stuff. So one other thing, think of Rajasthan today. They're in the middle of a youth movement. They've just gone and given their captaincy to a 25, 26-year-old kid instead of a legendary Australian who's like, big boy. And they've got Sangakkara. Sangakkara is very much a mentor kind of guy. Put his arm around the captain, said, let me guide you. I think what they're going to do is they have to get a couple of other 3-4. It's the middle of a youth movement. I think they'll go for Azharuddin because Sanju Samson knows exactly how good or bad Mohammad Azharuddin is. He plays with him in Kerala. They would have a very serious look at somebody like a Jalat Saxena as well, because he can bowl off spin, big grounds. He can bowl a bit of off spin. They don't have any off spinners at all. They do have Riyan Parag, but in that sense, he can give them some value. But I also think they need that one gun international batsman, and I think it's either Maxwell or Shakib. Will do both for them. They should be going for one of these two guys.